Hey everybody, I am super excited to bring you a new series on different things about our skin and our where did I go? There we go. All right, and as we're starting to roll into some warmer weather, this is when I see a lot of posts about, what sunscreen does everybody recommend? What kind of SPF should I be wearing? And it's really interesting because I'm curious. If you are watching this, I want you to answer. Tell me, how often do you wear sunscreen? When do you wear sunscreen? Like personally for you, no one's going to laugh at you, right? How often do you wear sunscreen and when do you wear sunscreen? For you personally, or if you have kids, when do you put it on your kids? Things like that. How often do you wear sunscreen and when do you wear sunscreen? All right, so we're going to talk about SPF tonight, and I love this topic. It's one that I don't think gets talked about enough, and it's super important. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about is why sunscreen? What is sunscreen? And so SPF, a sunscreen, is going to give us sun protection. It's going to give us protection from spectrums of light. Some of them are broad spectrum. Some of them, there are two spectrums. Some of them are only UVA spectrum. Some of them are only UVB spectrum. And Hannah, what is the difference? Oh my goodness. I just know that I have to wear sunscreen when I'm in the sun. UVA, an easy way to remember, UVA rays cause aging, and UVB rays cause burning, right? UVA rays cause aging. UVB rays cause burning. So what kind of rays do we think we're getting from the sun? UVB, right? Because the skin burns us. That's why the skin burns us. The sun burns us. That's why we get sunburn, is because it's UVB rays. So what's a UVA ray? A UVA ray is a spectrum of light that we need protection from other than the sun. Some of you are the sun. We need that. So UVA are going to be like your cell phone, your laptop screen, the lights in your local school or hospital, or maybe in your house. Those things are UVA. Those cause your skin to age. What? And so, what I'm going to talk about today, what I'm going to show you, are all broad spectrum SPF. And that means that they cover the UVA aging rays and UVB burning rays. And did you know you're supposed to wear sunscreen every day? Every day. 24/7, 365. So we have a few that we're going to show you. They're so simple, you guys. It doesn't really even add an extra step to your routine. And so let's talk about, there are different types of sunscreen as well. And so there are sunscreens that can be built into your skincare. There are foundations. There are sunscreens that can be built into your foundations, your primers. There are standalone sunscreens. So you have options. Now, what should I be doing when I'm looking for a sunscreen? What am I looking for? Okay, it depends on what you're doing. Are you just doing your day-to-day life? Like you're not really, playing around. Well, maybe some of you, your day-to-day life is playing around in the garden. But, are you planning on being outside for extended periods of time? Or are you mainly going to be inside and just kind of out as you're on the go? What does that look like? So for a just typical day-to-day for most people, you're going to want an SPF 30. An SPF 30 is what you're going to want for daily life. Now, if you're somebody that you are outside all the time, you're going to want to double that, and you're going to want SPF 60. No, wearing twice as much SPF 30 does not equate to SPF 60 before anybody asks. So you're going to look specifically for SPF 60 sunscreen. I would say bare minimum would be 50. All right. And it goes all the way up to like the hundreds. Okay. And so we have some awesome moisturizers that are SPF 30. That it's your moisturizer with SPF in it already. It doesn't add an extra step. And so our Time-Wise moisturizers, our day creams, all have SPF 30 in them. Give me just a second, y'all. All right. Perks of being a work from home mom, y'all, is that I can control what happens in my office, but not what comes into my office. So that was my 4-year-old Kyrie. And so our day creams do have SPF 30. It's a moisturizer. This purple stripe right here means that it's a combination oily formula. So even if you're oily girls, people, theys, thems, all of the people. I'm so sorry. I try to be really inclusive. So SPF 30 is going to be in our Time-Wise line, both normal, dry, and combination oily day creams. So you've got your daily moisture as well as your protection with your SPF 30. And then also our Volufarm line has the day cream that has SPF 30 in it as well in the day cream. And so that's our like upgraded anti-aging line, our like Botox in a box without the needles line. So both of those already have SPF 30 in your day cream. So if you're already using those lines, yay, you're already doing this. And then also we have an MK Min line for those of you that didn't know. And the Advanced Facial Hydrator also has broad spectrum SPF 30. They're all broad spectrum, so they're protecting you from the sun as well as all of the other rays that can cause aging and burning to our skin. And so that's built into our skincare. Now, we also have makeup that has a lower amount of SPF in it. And so this is something that can go over top of your skincare, whether you're using Mary Kay or not. And so the first thing is going to be our foundation primer. This has SPF 15. The words are put in a different direction than I'm used to on this tube. It's SPF 15. So this goes on after your moisturizer, before your foundation, or by itself. I wear it even if I don't have foundation on that day because it just feels really nice. And I like the extra protection on my skin as well. It feels really smooth a little bit, goes a really long way, but it's just a foundation primer. It's got some SPF 15 built into it. In the end, we also have CC cream, which is our color corrector cream. It's a tinted moisturizer. It does lots of different things, but it has SPF in it as well. So this is also going to have an SPF 15, just like the primer did. And it is also very lightweight. It doesn't feel greasy or anything like that. And you can... everything that you put on your face, you're going to put on your neck. And so when you think about your moisturizers, our day creams, we're going to do our neck as well, you guys. So not just our face, but also our neck. The skin is the same as our face. And so it needs equally protected. All right. And so talking about skincare routines with some of our doctors, and I just lost, where'd we go? Hold please, y'all. Okay. So sun exposure is one of the leading causes of the visible signs of skin aging. So like I said, the Time-Wise as well as the Volufarm day creams both have that broad spectrum SPF 30. It offers safe and effective sun protection for your face and for your neck. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, y'all. I had a little doohickey pulled up here for y'all and it ran away. All right. And it ran away again. So our skin is our largest organ, and some of y'all have heard me say that before. It's made up of millions of cells. It renews itself every 28 days. Holy bananas, right? This is a lot of important biology to take care of, and a skincare routine is going to help you do just that. And so we're not going to talk about a whole routine tonight, just kind of where your SPF fits into that. And so what is a routine? Bare minimum is going to be cleansing and moisturizing, and then you kind of customize the rest based on your own needs, whether you need age defying or evening out your skin tone, acne treatment, things like that. But absolutely, you need to add protection from skin cancer. So at the very least, cleanse and moisturize each morning and night. Also use sunscreen to decrease the risk of skin cancer. Some moisturizers even have SPF protection, so you don't have to add another step. And so that's the beauty of our Time-Wise and our Volufarm lines. Do I need to wear sunscreen even if I'm not at the beach? Yes. It is important to protect your skin with sunscreen every single day. You are in sun in some capacity every single day, even if you're not immediately outside standing in it, right? Did you know you can get the worst sunburn on cloudy days because of the way that the light is refracted in the clouds? It also decreases the risk of skin cancer and helps prevent the early signs of skin aging. Your future self will thank you. And a broad spectrum sunscreen, like we talked about, that protects from UVA and UVB. It's important since the UVA rays can cause damage without giving you a sunburn. And so our UVA rays, our phones, our laptops, our terrible light bulbs, like, that is burn to prove it was damaging skin. It's sneaky. And so SPF value refers to a product's ability to block UVB rays from the sun. When you use a product with a high SPF, so like I was talking about SPF 60, it takes more solar exposure to give you a sunburn versus something with a lower SPF like a 15. Do I need skincare even if I don't worry about age-defying benefits? Yes. It's more than age defying. It's helping maintain healthy skin long term. Okay. So why is washing my face important? Y'all should be washing your face. That goes with SPF. Okay. We got to wash all the bad stuff out before we put our sunscreen on. Okay. It's going to help remove everything that can lead to blocked pores and breakouts. It also gives you a fresh start for your nighttime routine. Also, makeup tends to migrate to our fine lines and creases while we sleep. So you'll wake up looking a lot fresher if you remove your makeup from the day before. So we should be using sunscreen. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that y'all learned something. Does anybody have any questions about why we should be using SPF? So SPF 30 is going to be in any of our Time-Wise day creams as long as it specifies SPF. Not our pore minimizer. Our foundation primer has SPF 15, and our CC cream has SPF 15. Our men's hydrator also has SPF 30. And another thing that I don't get asked a ton, but when I mention it, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're supposed to reapply your sunscreen, you guys." When you think about it, if you're actually comparing sunscreen, say that you're going to go to the beach and that's when most people are actually looking at sunscreen, and you're comparing them. If you look at the back and the directions, it tells you to reapply every so often, and the number will change based on if you were in the water or not. Fun fact. So when you're outside all day in the sun, you do have to reapply. Some sunscreens are as often as 2 hours, and some can go as long as 6 to 8 hours. It really varies. So that's something to look for the next time that you're looking at sunscreen, not just how cheap it is for the same size tube, but really look at the exposure time to when you need to reapply. Okay. That's why a lot of people are like, I put sunscreen on and I still got burnt. Well, you were in the sun for 12 hours and you didn't reapply it. That's probably why. So you were protected for the first little bit, but beyond that exposure time, the sun was able to wear through and you didn't reapply it to keep your skin protected. And so I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about SPF, feel free to put them in the comments, whether it is the live or the replay. And I will see you guys later. Bye.